Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you've been doing well. Today we are taking a look at all of the revealed stuff from New York Comic Con for the SH Figuarts. Now, there wasn't a whole lot, but it was enough to, I feel, walk away with a little happily until we get to TNS Tokyo. So first off, I gotta say, I saw a lot of people were not sure like what was going on with the EE this year. This is the EE. This is essentially what we got, right? A Figuarts Zero, translucent, whatever they were doing to it. That's what we got this year, along with some other Ultraman thing that is also being sold at the New York shop. So yeah, if this is what you were wondering, like where is the SHF EE? They didn't do the one this year, nor do I think they need to do one every single year. Not when they have a whole bunch of other figures releasing at the tail end of the month, especially. So yeah, we won't be seeing any other EE for a little bit. Maybe not until December with the whole Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Toyotaro box or whatever releasing. Anyways, moving on. These are the 4 reveals that we got. Get that UI Goku out of here. But yeah, we got Trunks from GT, Pan from GT, a new Namek Saga Vegeta, as well as a repaint of the Super Saiyan God Goku. Now, this one I'll say is seemingly going to be in tandem, like for a promotion for the 10th anniversary of Battle of Gods. It's scheduled based off of the card. Let's see if I can get it here. Scheduled based off of this card here saying 24th or 2024 July. So that could stick. Probably will. Don't know any price or anything yet. Looks like he'll have a couple of side eye faces and basically a little bit of a repaint on the body and the hair. Hopefully it's a budget release because I think a lot of people would love to pick it up if they don't already have one of the other two. But if it's not, I'd be curious to see what they add to it to make it, worth anything higher than $35. But yeah, that's it for basically this Super Saiyan God Goku. Here talking about Namek Saga Vegeta, he went up like the day of the event, so he was already here listed, and you can still pre-order him now on Premium Bandai, or if you want to use Hobby Genki or Global Freaks or whatever. Obviously, I've seen a lot of people on Reddit asking like, is he a regular release or whatever? Anytime it's on Premium Bandai, it is pretty much web exclusive at that point, unless other sites have them like Hobby Genki, which are buying the product and reselling it, you know what I mean? So anyways, yeah, he's up for a June 2024, well, I cannot talk, June 2024 release, and $65. Honestly, this one is intriguing, like as a release concept overall. I mean, it's using, the standard arms that we've seen on Vegeta's lately, and the same for the legs a little bit. It does look like they're a little bit different though, here in the area. Hopefully that does give you more range and articulation, and it does kind of look like he can. So I'm hopeful, that he turns out well. The armor looks really big on his body, and I think that kind of just is the look in Namek for him at this point when he was using it. One thing I'm not liking though is the shoulder pads. They are using the Turles tech with the, ball hinge in the back, and you can also take them off. But I don't like how it looks like they're riding up here, and they don't really seem to sit down at all in any of these photos. Like maybe this right here, yeah. It looks like it's almost sitting down, but it doesn't look like it's gonna sit down all the way. I don't know why I keep saying sit down, but yeah, even looking at these other photos up close, like here, it should be resting, but maybe there's some issue with whoever was posing it. They didn't know how to get it all the way down. I don't know. Sometimes these events, when they post stuff, it's not perfect, but I'm hoping that it can sit normally. But even in the 360 degree view where you can take a quick look at it from front to back, it still was not posed with it sitting all the way down. So small complaint, I know, but yeah, that's just something that I thought I'd point out anyway. So moving on, we got our GT Pan and GT Trunks reveal. Another controversial one. Everybody's different on what they want from GT, and I understand. Super Saiyan 4, Omega Shenron, Baby Vegeta, I get it, trust me. But I think it's important having the core group here from the series get done now, right? Instead of waiting till later after, they've started doing villains, and you get caught off guard and be like, wow, they could have released XYZ other character here, not these guys. They're doing them now. Let's get it out the way, right? Now, I will say Trunks, I think will turn out a lot better than Luffy. I've seen a lot of that comparison going around. I think he will. He's got a thigh swivel. A standard articulation here in the hips and whatnot. Arms are okay. Articulation here looks to be about the same as like the Boy from the Future Trunks. It looks like it, just downsized. And then the legs and feet and whatnot seem like they're going to be okay. The tail end of this coat is on a ball hinge, so it can move up and down. And as for Pan, don't really know the nature of her leg articulation yet. I feel like she should be able to hit at least 90 degrees, maybe. But we'll have to wait and see when they fully show that off. And they gave her crossed arms as well, as you can see there. And her head doesn't look bigger than her body. And I was really scared about that. But yeah, it looks like it's, fits really well. And yeah, I'm going to say it again. I think that these two should be a double pack. Personally, I don't see a problem with that. We barely get double packs, and I think it's better than these two taking up 2 individual slots for the year. And a lot of people will say, why is everybody saying double packs? They only did that for the STCC exclusive. No, they did not. They've actually done it for Tien and Chaozu, and they've done it for Birder and Goldo. If these are premium Bandais, I'm perfectly fine with that, because a lot of you are already complaining that you don't want this anyways, which is a further fact that, okay, it might not do that well on shelves. That's perfectly fine with me if they release this, both of them, for like what, $65 to $80, depending on what's in there, right? He can come with, I don't know, this base head as well as a Super Saiyan head with 3 other expressions. Perfectly fine with that. Give her Giru and her assortment of hands and whatnot, and maybe 1 blast. Perfectly fine with that, as opposed to individual releases that may or may not be good, and may or may not need to have some Goku part in it. I personally think that they need to just release another Goku figure, and I feel like this is the more likely option anyway. Release another Goku figure with the tail, with the SSJ head, not base head, and then the other option part would be Super Saiyan 3 head. Bam. I see that being the best possible scenario for getting that done and out the way without any issue. You save another slot. You reduce the fact that people have to buy other figures, because if they're premium Bandai, I don't think that they need other character stuff in it, personally, for these two. The Goku alone would sell those. But yeah. Anyways, that's my thoughts on that. If you disagree, let me know why, or let me know why you would prefer rather to have these two take up 2 slots on a calendar year. Anyways, let's move on to the final part of this video, which is Gear 5 Luffy. So, we finally got to look at a title card that had a date, June 2024, and I've done just a little bit of calculating, a little bit of research to see like what is the general ratio between pre-order date and release date. So we've got Sanji and the whole other gang, dropping for pre-orders on like, I believe March 1st or something. It was somewhere around March, and then the scheduled drops throughout the rest of the year, with Sanji being like the latest reveal and latest release. He was up for pre-order from March, I believe, all the way, releasing down to now October, which is about 8 months. But other characters, they've been revealed, pre-order down, and releasing within a 6 to 7 month window as well. So here we are in an 8 month window with November starting to June, right? So anywhere between, I think, the next 1 to 3 months, they could drop a pre-order. Ideally, they could do it next month in November, reveal him at TNS Tokyo in his full glory, and have pre-orders go up. But I am worried because this figure is not looking the best right now. All right, everybody, we've already seen this pose like a million times since summertime at this point, and we're getting kind of tired, right? We're hoping to see like what is going on here. We don't know what's going on with the leg articulation. We don't know what's going on with the feet here, with the legs, with the arms. Why is the cloud different? All this other stuff, right? We don't know. And with the fact that it's going to be coming out in June 2024, eventually they're going to have to drop an update between now and January. Just personally thinking that's how it's going to go. Now, he does look like he could be improved a little bit in areas, but again, we'll have to wait and see what they do. But yeah, I'm I'm worried for this one because the line has not had the best reception with its first two releases of the year being Luffy and Zoro. Different things about Luffy that could have made him a better figure, but passable because he's $35 as opposed to Zoro, who's $67 on the US market, and he's just poorly performing. Looks great but doesn't play well. So yeah, hopefully it turns out well and we're not all disappointed, but they really have to give a lot of love to this form and show out because he can do many different things in this form, and hopefully we can see that realized in a figure. But we will wait, and until then, we'll keep guessing. They also showed other characters here, as you can see, that we've already got released and that are releasing or have still been up for pre-order, etc., etc., etc. But with that pretty much is the close of New York Comic Con for SH Figuarts. No more reveals, I think, until TNS Tokyo. We're still waiting for Kenpachi and some other lines to get different reveals and whatnot. And yeah, with that, I'm going to end the video here. Let me know down in the comments below what was your favorite reveal and what are you hoping for one of your lines that you actively collect. But with that, I'm going to end it there. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.